And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Third time's a charm? Let's try four. This is the fourth time today. So just letting you know a little bit. It's have you ever had one of those kind of mornings that you just everything you do, everything you touches goes wrong? So if you see me around on this gorgeous Friday, April 5th, if you run into me, if you see me somewhere, just say hi, Bruce, and don't touch me. Just keep passing by, because you don't want the mojo that I have going today to get anywhere near you. This is wonderful. Take the Points Day here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, as I'm going to bring you up to date on all the sports in and around the area, all kinds of stuff going on, as we'll cover here in just a moment, as we're going to have a big day here today. Just me today, ladies and gentlemen, here on our Take the Points show, as the fellas couldn't be here today. They're, I think everybody's working this afternoon or this morning, so that's just the way it is today, folks. So it'll be just me, you, and the camera, and all the stuff I've got lined up. We're going to talk about the men's Final Four, the women's Final Four. Yeah, I'm going to talk women's college basketball. You know why? Because folks are watching it. That's exactly why. They just had the biggest game in the history of women's college basketball for certain, and one of the biggest audiences of all time for any college basketball game. For any game lately. We'll get to all that here in just a minute here on Big Talk. But let's tell you about first a few community events going on this gorgeous April 5th. It is a little chilly out there. Hope you had an extra blanket on the bed and haven't opened up the screens yet, because you kind of need the windows closed still for another day or two. But it's going to be nice by tonight. Tonight at the Wayne County Fairgrounds at 6 o'clock. Now, that's when the first band's starting. That's Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils. He's going to open the show. For the huge show is Little Texas tonight at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. It's the big, they're bringing this in for the Eclipse weekend. It's going to be a hoot. You're going to have a lot of fun. Go down there to Little Texas at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. I'm sure tickets will be available on site. If you don't get them there, I'm sure you can probably find them in town in Fairfield at several locations. But the Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils opening for Little Texas. You remember Little Texas? They had a bunch of hits back in the last century. But yeah, they have a bunch of hits. So go see those folks. Also tonight on this beautiful Friday evening, how about you go to the VF? You can do both of these things. You can do both of these things. Go to the VFW Auxiliary Post 1769 in Effingham, and they're having a big meal tonight from 5 till 6:30. It's oven fried chicken along with mashed potatoes and gravy, as well as vegetable, dessert, tea, coffee, lemonade, whatever you want to drink. It is at the VFW, so you can probably get a drink if you want. Price is $8. Now, that won't be included in the $8. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be a fine meal, and all that goes to the VFW Auxiliary. They do wonderful work for the veterans. They're just very helpful. Do a great job. If you want more information, get a hold of Chuck Myers at 217-343-8313. Speaking of chicken, I love this name. Playing tonight at the Effingham Performance Center, it is Etta Mae and the Southern Fried Chicks. Etta Mae, now, ladies and gentlemen, think about like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. It was think about that with better hair and a bigger attitude. Etta Mae has performed her brand of clean comedy on Oprah, on Showtime, Comic Strip Live, MTV, as well as she's been on guest commentator on CBS Sunday Morning. She's the winner of the prestigious American Comedy Awards Comic of the Year, and so much more. In addition, she headlines the successful all-female comedy tour, Edame and the Southern Fried Chick. So that's who's going to be there tonight. They've been selling out theaters all across the country. That is what's going on Friday night. What's going on the weekend, folks? You're wondering. There's plenty of things going on over the weekend. Over at the Xisney, they're doing it again. Apparently, they're going to have the best fireworks show of all time. As at Country Financial, they're going to have the, I believe it's Alex Atwood's Country Financial down there. Going to have a big old pork burger sale at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. This is the Volunteer Fireworks Committee having a pork burger sale from 10 a.m. until they're sold out. So they're going to sell out, so you better get there early. Again, that's at Alex's Country Financial in Sisney. All proceeds do go toward the fireworks for this year. And it'll be July 5th. What is the 5th? Is the 4th is, well, of those, I've got a schedule somewhere. Where is it? July 4th. Is that a Friday? No. July 4th is a Thursday, so they're going to do them on Friday night. There you go. That makes a ton of sense. What else going on here on Saturday at the Wayne County Fairgrounds? They're going to have a big old Wayne County Craft and Vendor Fair. Craft and Vendor Fair at the fairgrounds. Going to be food trucks as well as inflatables in downtown Fairfield, and there'll be stuff going on all weekend long in preparation for that big eclipse on Monday in Fairfield. Benefit rummage sale at the Faith Tabernacle Church Gymnasium. That's at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. It's a rummage sale to benefit Aaron and Katie Hatfield at the Faith Tabernacle Gym in Flora. The rummage sale will begin at 8 a.m. Tickets being sold also for a pulled pork dinner there. The pulled pork dinner, mac cheese, baked beans, and coleslaw tickets are $6. It'll be the same day. I think it's at the same place, so the meals can be eaten there or taken to go. What a deal. Go get your rummage there in Flora, and then also have your lunch. Flora Eclipse Weekend is getting cranked up on Saturday. This is going to be at the Charlie Brown Park. Now, we had Anna Rounds on here talking about it along with Mr. Smith, and this is going to be just a hoot. The Flora Tourism is scheduled events all weekend long, including starting on Saturday, there'll be camping available at Charlie Brown Park. The little toot, toot, toot is going to be going. It's going to be offering train rides to the kids. Also, music at the Clay County Country Club. And the night of Saturday will end with the Flores Rotary Club adult Easter egg hunt. Now, I've seen some of the items that are going in for the adult Easter egg hunt. You're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of good stuff in that adult Easter egg hunt. What else going on Saturday? Ace Breakfast is on Saturday. That's up in Kinmundy. The Ace Breakfast held at the Masonic Lodge in Kinmundy. They're going to serve us biscuits and gravy as well as pancakes, eggs, sausage, the whole deal. How about up in Effingham? What else is going on Saturday? Now, I don't know about you. If you went to your prom or if you didn't go to your prom, here's another chance for you. If you went to your prom and you didn't have a good time, maybe you went to your prom and you basically had the reason for the movie. You might have had a car accident on the way home from your prom. These kind of things happen. And this is Mom Prom 2024 up in Effingham at the Effingham Event Center. Now, that's on Fayette. This is going to be from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock tomorrow night. It's $30 a head. Get out your 80s dresses, grab the aqua net, and crimp the hair. Call all your girlfriends on that cool Kiss phone. You remember the Kiss phones had the lips on top? Teenage girls seem to have that. I don't know much about. I don't know if they still have them or not. I doubt it. There's kind of a landline thing. And go to enjoy a night of dancing for charity. Mom Prom is for anyone 21 or older to enjoy a night of appetizers, drinks, photo booths, baskets for bidding on, and making memories. Mom Prom 2024 benefits In His Hands Orphan Outreach in Beecher City. You can't have a better cause than that, can you? It's going to be, I like what they're saying here, it's going to be radical. So there you are. Text Mom Prom 24 to 41444 for tickets, or click on the link and you'll be able to find Mom Prom 2024. It will be radical. You ever heard, what's the last time you used that term? It's been a while, I suspect. What else, ladies and gentlemen, is going on April 5th? Now, this is cool. This is one of my favorites. It is National Deep Dish Pizza Day on April 5th. This gives pizza lovers a day to celebrate one of America's favorite varieties of pizza, whether it's dine-in, delivered, takeout, or homemade. Deep dish pizza satisfies pizza lovers all across the country. Pick whatever toppings you like. This day focuses on the deep crust, and that holds an amazing amount of sauce and toppings and cheese, all kinds of, like other styles of pizza. The deep dish menu offers a variety of combinations of pies to choose from. If you prefer an all-meat pizza, deep dish makes it. Top it with the vegetables galore, whatever you like, or even order mushrooms. The deep dish can manage. Actually, these both kind of look like stuffed pizzas. How many different styles of pizza, or how many different cities have pizzas named after them? Well, you have the Detroit style. These are not, they're kind of similar, but not. In that the Detroit style is rectangular. It's a deep dish pizza result of Detroit's deeply rooted automobile industry. The first Detroit style pizzas were baked in square automotive pans, giving the pizza a unique shape. St. Louis style pizza is very thin with a crispy cracker crust. New York style is a foldable pizza, big wide pizzas that you fold. DC style, of course, jumbo slices of pizza pie are huge. Eating one is equal to eating 3 or 4 slices of regular pizza. How about Omaha style? I've never heard of Omaha style pizza. Apparently it's all about the meat topping in this biscuit-style crust in Nebraska. In between the thin layer of sauce brings it all together. So I guess they put the beef on top. But anyway, when you're talking about deep dish pizza, you're almost certainly talking about Chicago-style pizzas. Chicago-style deep dish is it's outstanding. You can find it many places up there. It's just astonishing. So yeah, do go after that. That's a lot of fun. What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen, today on April 5th? It is National Read a Roadmap Day. Does anybody under the age of 40 even know how to read a road map anymore? The earliest road maps, Britannia Atlas, were drawn by the cartographer John Ogilvy. What year do you think the first road maps were made? 1675, long before cars. So yeah, the 1675s were the first road maps, and fast forward a few centuries, you've got the road maps of what they look like today. That's in London right there. How things have changed with satellites, GPS, voice commands. Do you even know how you get anywhere anymore? Road maps are still a useful tool. Should batteries run low or maybe a satellite connection become lost, you might need to rely on a current road map. I have it is a point of pride for me. When we went to we were out of the country, we went to Germany 12 years ago, and everybody already had phones, and the phones all had maps on them. People were using GPS on their phones, and to an extent, yeah, I said, get me a map. I'm not going to mess with that I'm not messing with that technology. 5 years later, we go to England, and I do the same thing. I'm not messing with that technology. Give me maps. I went and bought nice maps, and by golly, we got around these different countries with different languages, at least in Germany, and in France, and in Luxembourg, and Belgium, and that kind of thing. We got around with it. We got around fine. So I'm very proud, and you should, by all means, teach your kids how to use a road map, because you never know when the phone's going to be missing. That just makes sense. What else is this weekend? Not today, but tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, it is National Caramel Popcorn Day. Conjures up memories of fairs, sporting events, as well as just fun smacking. As the caramel popcorn developed in 1893, Cracker Jack gained popularity at the 1893 World's Fair. It was late 1800s when Cracker Jack began showing up. The popularity, invented by Frederick Ruckheim, the popcorn merchant, dabbled in creating a new snack. An immigrant from Germany to Chicago, he enlisted his brother Louis to help. After adding molasses and nuts, the snack was ready for introduction. In 1908, however, is when Cracker Jack got very popular. That's because somebody put it in a song. You got Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It was a tremendous hit song, and all of a sudden, Cracker Jack is seen and heard everywhere. So this Saturday is April 6th, National Caramel Popcorn Day. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? We've got a slew of stuff for you. I'm going to tell you later on about the women's basketball and the men's basketball. Women's basketball is on Friday night. Men's basketball is on Saturday night. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Major League Baseball today at 1:20. The Dodgers are in Chicago. It's Bobby Miller versus Kyle Hendricks. That's on Marquee Channel 597. Also at 6:40 tonight, the White Sox are at Kansas City. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. Eric Fetty versus Brady Singer. NBA basketball tonight, Oklahoma City's at Indiana. That's on Bally, Channel 630 at 6. Also at 7, New York Knicks are at Chicago Bulls. What do we have here on Wabash? Plenty. We got plenty of baseball, barring the weather problems. I think we're good for baseball on Friday night. We'll be up in T-Town. Got a game at 4:30 in T-Town. I think they're playing. Oh, I can't remember who T-Town is playing. I didn't write it down. But we've got a treat for you. A fellow named Daniel Valle will be announcing the game up there for us. He's a pro, ladies and gentlemen. He does a great job, and he'll be doing that game. He'll do a wonderful job. Me, tonight, I'll be up in, I believe in Farina at South Central, probably Kinmundy at South Central's game, and I can't remember for the life of me who South Central's playing either, but I'll be there, and it's going to be a good time. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back. We're going to talk Women's Final Four first, and we're going to do that right after we return after these words. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture including Ashley Furniture, Bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning as it is a huge weekend of basketball taking place around the country. And actually, there's only, 6 games remaining if you're looking at the men's and women's put together, because all the other tournaments ended. The NIT ended on Thursday night with Indiana State beating Seton Hall. Now, I'm shooting this on Thursday morning. I'm saying Indiana State's going to beat Seton Hall. I think Indiana State's going to beat Seton Hall, so I'm going to say it. I'm putting it out in the world. Indiana State beat Seton Hall and on Thursday night in the NIT. Illinois won the women's NIT, by the way, on Wednesday. Congratulations to all the Illinois fans out there. I did watch it. So the first or second Illinois game I've watched this year, so that's pretty good. Okay, you say, you're sitting there at home, or you're sitting there watching this in your car while you're driving down the road. I don't know how you're watching this, but you're sitting there saying, Bruce, I've been watching this show for years. We have talked. I've seen you talk about a wide variety of subjects, just a huge variety of subjects. I have never seen you talk about women's basketball in the women's college basketball. Well, now you can bet on it. I guess that's the thing. But not just that. Not just you can bet on it. There are a lot of people watching Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes. They had a number on Monday night that exceeded the number of people that watched any college basketball game this year. The number that the women did the rating on Monday night for the women's the Elite Eight game between LSU and Iowa was well over 12 million. It exceeded the highest. It exceeded all but the playoff games in college football. The only, I think there was one other game that might have been higher, and it was the Michigan Ohio State game. But there are a huge amount of folks watching Caitlin Clark, and you're going to keep seeing her because she's a State Farm rep. She's doing all this. She's got numerous different contracts. She's plays for Iowa, averages 32 a game or something like that, averaging well over 30 in the tournament. And the thing is, if you haven't seen them play, they're playing tonight on ESPN. They're playing tonight on ESPN at the women's Final Four in Cleveland. I got a buddy up there. They're playing in Cleveland they're the second game, so it's going to be at 8:30. They're playing Connecticut, who has been the cream of the crop in women's basketball for 20 years, 25 years since Gino Auriemma has been there. They've won, 8, 9 national championships. Just a huge game in the second game tonight, which doesn't even which isn't even talking about the first game tonight, which is South Carolina, who's undefeated. South Carolina, they're an 11-point favorite over NC State. If you wanted to bet money line, you'd have to bet $800 to make $100. So, and South Carolina comes in tonight with, I think they're 35-0, 36-0. I'll have to. I'm trying to find. They're a huge number in the first game. So you have South Carolina. Well, I was talking about Caitlin Clark. There's Caitlin Clark. That's her against the guard from LSU, who's trying to guard her all night long, and she did a good job. Everybody thought she did a good job. Clark scored 41, and Iowa scored 92 points or some crazy number. It's a lot of fun watching offense. It's a lot more fun watching offense than it is watching defense. Here's kind of where Caitlin Clark has been scoring from. She can score from a long way out, shooting just inside the logo out there. This was, I believe, in the regionals. So yeah, she's just shooting from 2 or 3 from 3-point land out there, and then she can also go in. She drives to the hoop, scores, and gets to the free throw line. You can see she's about to get fouled by that gal, and she's going to end up going to the free throw line. So it's not like she's not putting up a lot of shots. She's putting up a ton of shots, but she's also getting a ton of assists, as I think she had. What'd she have Monday night? She had 41 points, and I thought she had 10 assists, which makes her involved in 61 points. 2/3 of their points she's involved with somehow. If you get a chance tonight, by all means, I'm telling you, watch the NCAA Women's Final Four. You're not gonna regret it. They're going against UConn, whose best player is Paige Beakers. Paige Beakers is UConn's best player. I didn't pull a picture of her. I couldn't find a good one. But Beakers is such a good player. When UConn recruited Beakers and Beakers said she was going to play for UConn never even made an attempt to recruit Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark wanted to play at Connecticut. That was her dream school. And, of course, everybody else recruited her. She stayed home, went to Iowa. They got second place in the country last year, and she's leaving after Sunday's games, after they lose or win. And so, yeah, it's a great story, and it's basically it is a huge story. Here are the spreads for tonight's games. Now it says tomorrow, but it's Friday night. NC State, an 11.5-point dog to South Carolina, and UConn is a 2.5-point dog to Iowa. The interesting number there, to me, is the total points at 163. That basically has both teams getting over 80 points. You're looking at, with the spread there, you're looking at 84 to 81. Iowa is the implied score. That's a lot of points. Even with somebody like Caitlin Clark playing, that's a ton of points. But they score it. They have been scoring a ton of points, and she has shown that she can score in the tournament, as Paige Beakers has shown. The UConn defeated the number 1 ranked Texas, I believe, to get to the Final Four. So, and the NC State's the 4th team. Here is the futures bet. South Carolina is you'd have to bet $215 to win 100. So you'd collect $315 if you bet $215. Iowa is a dog. Look at that. They're going to be a 350-point. They're positive money. If you bet Iowa right now to win the next 2 games, you could bet $100 and it'd pay you back $450. That ain't too killing bad, but then again, they're playing South Carolina if they win, and probably. So you never know. South Carolina might lose to NC State, but South Carolina, they are undefeated. They should have lost in the regional final. They should have lost the regional semifinal to Tennessee. Tennessee had them, and a gal who had never shot a three in her career hits a three-pointer at the buzzer to win. So that's the story for the women. I tell you what, if you get the opportunity, take a few minutes and sit down and watch on ESPN tonight at 8:30. Anyway, watch the UConn game. That's going to be the UConn-Iowa game. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to come back, talk the men's side here when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, Wabash Catch TV. Back right after this.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Bruce Dickey, as this is our weekly Take the Points show. By the way, if I don't say it often enough, thank you very much for tuning in whenever and wherever you do so. I appreciate it, and I know the folks around here at Wabash do appreciate it. And if you do ever have a question or comment, by all means, you can give me a call at here at 665-3311, or just give me or give us a shout out on Facebook, however you like. I ran into a fella. This is the thing, interesting thing. Ran into a fella on Sunday. I was eating Easter dinner in Centralia. Ran into a young man on Sunday that I had called his basketball games years ago for Effingham, when he played for Effingham, and it's always gratifying. They enjoyed me calling the game, so it's always gratifying when somebody comes up when they enjoy you. But I'll listen to people beef about my calls too. There was probably somebody beefing this week because I was saying a kid's name incorrectly for Flora. So you never know. Just talk to me. You can get a hold of us in innumerable types of ways. What is going on the men's side of the NCAA tournament? Final Four weekend there as well, out in Phoenix. Playing in a little bit bigger facility than they'll be playing in Cleveland. The Cleveland's where the women's is. Out in Phoenix, they'll be playing in front of about 70,000 people. By the way, the ticket prices are huge either place. It's like $700 or $400 to get into the session, either one. And I got to tell you, having been to numerous Final Fours, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going back. I'm not going to the games anyway, because it's unless maybe Illinois is playing. But you're a long way away, and you can't see squat. So TV's the way to watch it, and we'll have them right here on TBS. By the way, for the men, TBS is where the men are. ESPN's got the women's. All right. All that to get to this. The men's Final Four. They're down to the two number 1 seeds, a number 4 seed, and it was Alabama a 4 or I can't remember. And then a number 11 seed in wasn't a 4, I guess. Alabama would have, it could have been a 4. And then Alabama Duke, they were 3. So yeah, Alabama was a 3. It was. Yeah, that's what they were. I had to think about it. But a huge weekend. Alabama is going to play UConn in the second game on Saturday night. First game will feature Purdue and NC State, as there is the man to watch for Purdue. You look at this is when they beat Tennessee on Sunday afternoon. What's your first thought when you see the 7'4" Zach Edey? I got to admit, I see that picture. My first thought is, why is Purdue's number so small on their jersey? Take a look at it. Little things bug me. I'm just sure little things bug everybody, but they're going to be different little things that are going to bug different people. Why is their number so small? That's just the front of their jersey. It's incredibly small, but on the back of the jersey, it's too small as well. Especially for somebody the size of Zach Edey. Look at that. That 15 is about half the size of the 3 there on Dalton Connect for Tennessee standing behind him. Dalton's not as happy as Zach Edey there because Tennessee were in the process of losing to Purdue whenever they did this. But he's 7'4" tall. 7'4" tall. And nobody all season long, he's National Player of the Year twice. Going to be this year. And they haven't named it yet. It's going to be Zach Edey. There's no money on it. He's a great player. He is fun to watch. They'll be playing again, as I said, North Carolina State. And there's North Carolina State's big man, DJ Burns Jr. DJ Burns is listed at 6'9" tall, and in actuality, he's probably more like 6'7", and he's going to be giving up a lot of height to Zach Edey, and Zach Edey's a strong 7'4", and whenever DJ Burns was playing against Duke, remember Kyle Filipowski on Saturday was trying to push him around a little bit. Yeah, that didn't work out all that well for Filipowski. He's not, but I'm just telling you, it's a different story when you're talking about trying to push this guy around as opposed to trying to buy this guy as opposed to trying to push Filipowski around. So, all that to say this, you get to the numbers for the Purdue NC State game. NC State is a 9-point underdog. Purdue is a 9-point favorite, and the over-under at 146. That's a pretty solid number. I'm going to give you a little statistic here, by the way, that applies to both games this weekend. In the last 25 years now, there have been 24 games that included teams that were 5-point or more favorites. Make it 6 points or more favorites. 24 games in the last 25 years in the Final Four. And of those games, the favorites won straight up, I think, 21, and I think they're 21-3 in those games where they were 5 points or more favorites. Now, what were they against the spread? They were, I believe it was 14-10 or something like that. So it's a pretty solid. The favorites look pretty good. And the favorite in the second game, rolling through the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, is UConn. There's Dominic Kling, their big guy in the middle, who then you can see Coleman Hawkins behind him complaining, "Wait a second, how did we catch a picture of Coleman Hawkins making a complaint to an official?" I don't know, just lucky, I guess. Somehow, I'm teasing the Illinois fans because I am one. I can do that. And Coleman had a reputation for occasionally beefing. But yeah, there's Dominic Kling, and he's a big guy. That's going to be the fun part, is if it ends up UConn and Purdue in that final. Dominic Klingen is a full 7'2". He's a big guy. He and Zach Edey are going to be the matchup on Monday night to watch. It is going to be something special to watch the UConn versus Purdue matchup if that's how it ends up. Now you see here, folks are thinking Vegas thinks it's going to be UConn versus Purdue, as it's UConn's minus 12 and Purdue is minus 9. Minus 12, you say? Has anybody been that close to UConn in the tournament? Nobody's been that close to UConn in this tournament or last tournament. They won the championship back in 23. Nobody got that close. Nobody's been that close in this tournament. Alabama is, like I said, they're a 3 or 4 seed. I think I'm kind of pointing which direction I'm going in that game. I think we made our statements last week on who. No, we didn't make our statements last week on who we thought was going to win. UConn's looking really good. Let's put it that way. And speaking of that, Vegas thinks they're looking pretty good, as they are you got to put $230 in to win 100. They'll pay you back $330 on UConn right now, and that's with 2 games to win. Purdue, if you bet $100 and they win the tournament, it's $190. They are plus 190 back, plus the 100, so it's 290 back. Alabama, you put $100 down, and Alabama beats UConn, goes on to beat either Purdue or NC State. Looky there, you win $1,900, and with NC State, you'd win $2,100 back. You win $2,000, but the thing is, UConn and Purdue are prohibitive favorites in their games on Saturday, and if you feel froggy, by all means leap. Now, I say all that to say this. This may be one of the last years that the NCAA tournament is set up like this, because you keep hearing rumblings between the big schools and the smaller schools. There's 360 schools now in the Division I. You keep hearing rumblings in that they're wanting to expand the tournament. I saw maybe the best idea to expand the tournament the other day, and I'm going to tell you about it or show it to you. It was Fran Fraschilla brought this idea up, and it makes a ton of sense. It's a pretty good one. Just add 4 teams to the tournament, make it a 72-team field. There are 32 conferences that get automatic bids. You seed those into the fields, and then then you seed the top 24 at-large teams into the field. That would include Illinois, Alabama, Kentucky, all those, the top 24 teams that would have been getting in anyway. And then you let the remaining 16 at-large teams play in a first 8 games in Dayton. 4 games each day instead of 2. Nothing else changes. Fran is a purist, but he's also a realist in that he's saying it's going to expand. This is an outstanding thought, because you're letting you're in those 15 and 16 seeds, you're letting them get into the tournament already. That's cool, because you're making right now they're making 16 seed teams play, and then 2 days later play against the number 1 seed. That's not cool. I mean, because they're getting beat by 30. Give them a chance to get in, and they're going to may lose to a 16 or a 1 seed later anyway. But give them a chance to enjoy 4 days of being in the tournament. And you add 4 teams in, which this year would have gotten Indiana State probably into the tournament, along with 2 or 3 other deserving teams. And then you make that Monday and Tuesday, or pardon me, Tuesday and Wednesday of the first week of the tournament that much more fun and that much more exciting. Food for thought. Food for thought. We're going to come back talk NBA here after in just a few minutes, but I guess I better make my picks. Let's go UConn in the men's, and I think Iowa gets them. I think Iowa wins the women's. This is Caitlin Clark's year. We'll be right back after this here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back. Big Talk. Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Do appreciate it. As we are talking about, this is our Take the Points Day, Sports Day, and getting ready for the coming up. Hope you're all going to enjoy the eclipse as get a chance to get out there. Hopefully the sun shines and it's warm and people are running around throwing flowers. That'll be a nice day. Let's talk NBA. What is going on in the National Basketball Association? Well, they're just about out of regular season, folks. Same with the hockey. They're about done, too. I'll get to the hockey maybe in just a little bit if time permits. But the NBA, they are getting of their close to boiling down. They got most of the teams have 4, 5, 6, 7 games to play. Here's a look at what the standings look like, and you can see in the East, only one team has guaranteed itself a spot in the playoffs. I mean, if the Bucks lose all the rest of their games, I suppose the Sixers and Pacers could catch them. The Bulls and Hawks have guaranteed themselves into the play-in tournament, and the Pacers and Sixers trying to get out of the play-in tournament, but they're probably not going to make it. The Celtics have won the division. That's what that asterisk is for, and they're I think guaranteed the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs, certainly on the Eastern side. If you look at the Bucks, boy, there's just nobody in the East right now that is playing very well. The Bucks are playing; they're all over the place. They lost by lost by 40 or something the other night. They are just having a heck of a time. Philadelphia is the intriguing one there at the number 8 spot, because Joel Embiid just came back on Wednesday night, and it's you never know how it's going to turn out, how he's going to play. Is his wrist going to hold up? Are his knees going to hold up? A lot of folks thought he was going to be done for the year, but with Philadelphia in a spot to get in the playoffs, they'd love to have Embiid back. And also, taking a look at that, Philadelphia would love to get out of that 8 spot and get into the 7 spot. That's what the tournament can do for you. You can get in. They'll have a single game playoff against the Pacers if it was today. You'd have the Pacers or the Heat, and the winner of that game would get into the 7 hole. And then the 9 and 10 would play to have a chance to beat the loser to get in the 8 spot. So you'd have the Bulls and the Hawks. I can't believe the Hawks are in that kind of place, but they are. And you'd have the Bulls and the Hawks playing for a chance to beat the loser of that other game to get into the 7th spot. The thing is, they're all trying to avoid Boston. Boston right now is playing like a possessed team. They are very, very good. They are tough. Like you see, they've got 60 wins. How about out west? Boston's already set. Like I said, they've already clinched for a top record on the season in the entire NBA. You've got those 3 teams have won their divisions up there, the Timberwolves, Nuggets, and Thunder. Or pardon me, X means they've clinched a playoff spot. And then you have all the eliminated teams down below. The Rockets really with the only chance to get into the play-in that's not already in. They're going to have their hands full catching Golden State. The Lakers want to get into that 8 spot or the 7 spot, get a chance. You see, it could go all the way from the Clippers down to the Warriors. Who knows? Nobody knows who's going to end up where in the Western Conference. The Clippers right now with their best player Kawhi Leonard is hurt. Who knows what the Lakers are going to do? I mean, how often, who gets hurt, and is LeBron going to be effective? He is no longer a young man, and those fellas of a certain age do not play nearly as well as others. The Golden State Warriors, they're going to have their work cut out for you if they stay in that 10 spot. They'll probably be playing, and the Pelicans have begun to collapse as well. You never know if the Pelicans will be able to hold on to that 7. They've got their hands full too. They still do play the Lakers coming up. So there's a lot to be decided in the NBA. And I show these to you from time to time just to kind of give you an idea. Now, this is in the regular season, and regular season betting is entirely different from playoff betting in the NBA. It's like that, or the same way in hockey. But the best teams against the spread over the season, the Orlando Magic. And look at the Magic. They are in the 4 hole. They're having a solid year. And but they've been having a good year against the spread. Dallas is also having a solid year. Dallas is going to make the playoffs. And then the Thunder up on top. The Rockets may not even make the playoffs, and they're still 10 games over 500. How about worst against the spread? Atlanta Hawks and Charlotte Hornets fighting it out for that last spot. I don't think it's a fight either one to win. But I was mentioning the Milwaukee Bucks. Look at them. They're 33 and 41 against the spread, even though they've got 46, 47 wins. That is just that's not very good. Taking a look at the best over, Oklahoma City is just ahead of the Hawks. Hawks getting more points over. And how about under? Miami, it's the Knicks and the Heat. You see them kind of switching up there. I believe that's actually the Knicks on the top and the Heat second. So it's a wild one in the NBA. You just never know where things are going to shake out. They still do have to shake out. I don't know where it's going to shake out. I'm just giving you an idea of who to bet on if you want. And they got about a week and a half left in the season. It's going to be fun. Let's come back. We're going to talk a little bit of NHL. Hockey. We're going to talk hockey. It's going to be fun. And then we're also going to talk a little bit of Major League Baseball getting going. The NFL draft's coming up pretty soon, too. Might get to that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after this. We're wrapping things up on this gorgeous Friday morning.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday morning. The sun going to pop out a little bit, hopefully warm things up a little bit. I know we've gotten under freezing the last couple of nights, and hopefully that'll warm up just a smidge. As talking sports here today, it's getting ready for a big Final Four weekend, but Major League Baseball has started. Cardinals had their opening day on Thursday. And I've got the American League and the National League standings so far. It's really kind of too early to make any kind of generalizations or. All right, the word is how this works is you can't win the pennant, you can't win your division in April. You cannot win your division in April. However, on the converse of that, you can lose it if you start out poorly and just never get it turned around. Like, for instance, take a look down there at the Oakland Athletics. They have scored 15 runs. They have given up 44 runs in 7 games. They are a -4 run per game average going into. Now this was Thursday morning when I printed this off, so that's before Thursday's games. Oakland is struggling, and they are going to struggle all year long. The question is, are they going to get to 50 wins? Are they going to challenge the record for most losses in a season? 120 in the modern era. And that was from the New York Mets back in 1962, their first year. Yeah, they might. This is a terrible team. They have, in those 7 games, they already have 14 errors. You know how many errors the Cardinals have in their, let's see, what are the Cardinals now? 3-4, their 7 games? They got 0 errors in their 7 games. So, I mean, it's It's a bad team out there. Speaking of the Cardinals, they're 3-4. They had the opportunity to get over 500 for the first time since April 2nd, 2023. It's been over a year since the Cardinals were over 500. They need to win now. They had the chance on Wednesday afternoon out in San Diego to get over 500 against the Padres. Couldn't complete the sweep, but the Cardinals pitching's holding up. They're doing okay. I've got nothing. If I'm a Cardinal fan, I've got nothing to complain about right now, as they've played two pretty good teams, the Dodgers and the Padres. And the Pirates finally lost on Wednesday night. I don't think the Pirates have won the division. I don't think the Cardinals, being in last place, have lost the division. How about the Rockies at 1-6? Yeah, they might have lost the division. Thank goodness the Miami Marlins at the winless 0-7 coming in to take on the Cardinals on this weekend on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe they can get back into it. Who knows? Hey, folks. I appreciate you sitting in with me today. Thank you so much. Appreciate all your time. Have a great weekend and enjoy the eclipse on Monday afternoon. 2 o'clock Monday afternoon. Get out and see it. See y'all later.